Oh, and YouTube has just now gone live. That is lovely. Well done, YouTube. Welcome to the stream, everybody on YouTube. The Twitch peeps have a bit of an edge on you right now. For some reason, my browser window didn't want to go live. But now, here we are. Now, only problem is I can't see YouTube chat anywhere, so I have to occasionally tap out to see if you guys have anything to say to me. I hope that that's not gonna cause a massive issue.
Wir wurden von einem nahegelegenen U-Boot über ein mögliches Ziel in diesem Gebiet informiert.
U-373, single merchant ship. I don't care. I'm not gonna deviate from my course for a single ship. And once we're in the next course, right now, we're gonna dive, bring us down to 50.
Tauchen auf 50 Meter.
Oh, look at the sun. Hide behind the clouds. It's amazing to me how beautiful this game is. Like, super small dev team. When Assassin's Creed Shadows came out, and people were making fun of it, and of the fact that the credits at the end of the game are, what are they long? 4 hours long, something like that. Incredibly long. For a laugh, I looked at the credits of Uboat, and they are 8 minutes long, and they include every single Kickstarter backup, every single one. And they're still only 8 minutes long, so that's how you can tell how small that dev team is. It's amazing, and they made an absolute gem of a game. It's amazing, and they're still making it. Right. Scholz, where are your men? Probably already in the bunks, eh? Because they've got nothing to do. Yeah, Keller. Keller, you can help with the hydrophone. You're on watch, mate. Just because we dive doesn't mean you get to slack off. Almost a cubic meter of water in the bilge.
Lenzpumpe einschalten.
No, don't do it yourself. You have soldiers for that.
Lenzpumpe einschalten. Lenzpumpe einschalten.
Okay, if they don't have anything in their queue, they'll do it themselves.
Lenzpumpe ausschalten.
Zeit für eine Auszeit.
There we go.
45 Meter.
Als ich ein Jugendlicher war, habe ich eine Klassenfahrt nach Berlin gemacht. Wir haben alle historischen Sehenswürdigkeiten besucht. Das Brandenburger Tor, den Reichstag. Es war eine faszinierende Erfahrung und es machte mich stolz, Deutscher zu sein.
Well,
50 Meter.
I can tell you, my trip to Berlin and seeing all the sights made me feel quite the opposite. I don't know if you caught that there, but that gentleman said that when he was in school, he visited Berlin and they saw all the sights, like the Brandenburg Gate and the Reichstag building, and it made him proud to be a German. Well, visiting Berlin nowadays is quite the different experience.
Ja?
45 Meter.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Let's stay under as long as we can. Not getting any contacts here. Bad air quality. Blow the tanks.
Brandblasen.
Meter.
Meter. Auf Dieselmotoren wechseln.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind aufgetaucht.
Alright, here we are.
Eines unserer U-Boote hat eben ein mögliches Ziel innerhalb unserer
Several
Reichweite
widely
gemeldet.
separated smoke clouds in Square Bravo Echo 749. That sounds interesting. Eastern course. Bravo Echo 749. That was when? 2 p.m.? Right now. Oh! George F. Patton. Submarine snorkel sighted. 48 degrees, 20 degrees north. 20 degrees, 2 minutes west. Thoroughly torpedoed. Well, first of all, electric compressor on.
Kompressor einschalten.
Take care of our shores when we get up. Bravo Echo, what was that? Bravo Echo 749er. Bravo Echo 7. Bravo Echo 749er. Oh, that is in our patrol grid. With an eastern course. So something like this probably. Because they're not gonna go this. Why would they go to France?
Kurs setzen.
So, southerly course.
Kurs
And
setzen.
increase speed. I think we can go full speed for a while. That black smoke belching out of the back there, out of the stern. Yeah, going from that slow to full speed will do that. The engine is not heated up properly. Take a while to do that. It would be nice if we had an option, like maybe by holding control while ordering or something, that they increase the RPMs like slowly, like I think what is that called in English? Thermisch hochfahren is in German. It's well, to increase RPMs thermically, I guess, so to not overheat the engine while doing it, cause the engine any stress while doing it. Yeah, that would be a cool thing. Slowly increase engine RPM until the engine's happy to be at full speed. So that would be good for stealth purposes, and it also would make the engine department a lot happier. Oh yeah, give that a save, thank you. Yeah, that's better. Right, do we still get those bearing signals? Yes, we do.
Herr Kaloin, wir haben unsere Position erreicht.
Right, head them off straight on. 43 miles plus, okay. Somewhere here, I guess. And that is 123 miles away. Okay, still quite a way to go.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
$80 miles now. Okay, and they will have come closer as well, so we should now be able to hear them on the hydrophone. So. We dive.
Tauchen auf 50 Meter.
Naturally.
Herr Kaloin,
That means that Herr Schwarz is relieved, and he immediately... Where did he go? There you go. Get on the hydrophone.
Natürlich, Herr Kommandant.
E-Motorenwechsel.
Mhm.
Meter.
There we are. Decrease
Kleine
speed.
Fahrt, voraus.
We want our hydrophone.
Schraubengeräusche. Großer Konvoi. Peilung 5 Grad.
There we go. We got them.
Meter.
Ich erwarte Ihre
Now that
Befehle.
we've got them in hydrophone range, they won't be getting away. That is certain. Okay, so we now have them at 43 plus miles in 5 degrees.
Aktuelle Tiefe 50 Meter.
5 degrees. Maximum range. Or 43 range. Somewhere between those two dots. So they're somewhere here at 0037 hours. That's a very vague position, obviously. It'll get better.
Kurs
But
setzen.
that's all we have to work with now. So we'll stay under for an hour. Can increase speed.
Große Fahrt voraus.
We'll wait for 1 AM and 37 minutes.
Herr Kaloin.
16 to 35 units. Nice. 26 to 43 miles away in 6 degrees. 6 degrees up to 43 miles. 6 degrees up to 43.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
26 miles at least. There. So again, somewhere between those two lines. Between those two dots. So that'll be right there, not to be confused with that other dot. That is the minimum range of the previous calculation, or the previous hydrophone contact. 137. So we know that they have traveled from here to from approximately there to approximately here within an hour. That is a distance of 20 miles that they've traveled. Probably not. But the course will be correct. Semi-correct. So we'll wait for another hour. Until 2:37.
Aktuelle Tiefe 55 Meter.
2:37. There we go. And our hydrophone man has them 16 to 26 miles still. 10 degrees.
Meter.
Oh no, wait. 16 to 26 is a new range estimate. That is 26 minus 10. Somewhere on this line this time. Somewhere there at 2:37. Meaning that they have traveled this in the last hour. 5 miles on that course. Could be true. Could be true. And they have traveled this distance in the last 2 hours. That's 25 miles in the last 2 hours. So 25 divided by 2, 12.5 knots. That's probably not a good estimate, but the second one is pretty good. 5 miles, that is probably accurate. So we can
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
lower our speed a little bit here, because we don't want to overshoot them, and just wait for another hour. We still have oxygen. So 337. Propellers, 2 more. Okay, are they breaking up into little groups? Yes, they are. They're so close. Okay. 5 to 10 miles. 5 to 10 miles. We could already go on attack course, honestly, but we'll do that once we've made the next approximation. 1 unit, 2 units, 14 to 29 units. That's what we'll take. 23 degrees, 5 to 10 miles. 23 degrees, 5 to 10.
Meter.
That's a range estimate of 5 miles. Somewhere in that line. At 3:37 a.m. So from this one to this one is 10 miles. There is alarms going off. I should not be able to hear this. Bring us to the surface then. Or to the periscope depth, sorry. So there's a U-boat attacking them, I guess. I don't think they discovered us. That would make no sense.
Aktuelle Tiefe 45 Meter.
Okay, so let's get rid of all that nonsense here. That especially, that was an absolute guess. I mean, it was partly correct.
25
And 90
Meter.
degrees to starboard, because they seem to be going more of a... Well, something like this, basically. This course. Approximately. In the last 2 hours, they did... Or in the last hour, they did this. So let's just assume this, because that's the most recent measure and most accurate measure, because they were closer. So that's gonna be our attack angle. Hopefully. Oh, look at that. They're already shooting up illumination. Yeah, there's an enemy. There's a allied sub over there. Giving them hell. Let's hope they don't sink too many, because we still want our share, obviously. Okay, you can get off the radio. Why are you even on the radio? Yeah, get on the hydrophone. We are submerged.
Dan?
Ah, you broke the surface, that's why, huh? You thought we were surfacing. Yeah, get some speed going,
Langsame Fahrt
just so we
voraus.
turn a little bit quicker. And then we'll switch to red light so we can actually see
Auf
something.
Blaulicht schalten.
No, not blue light, red light.
Auf Rotlicht wechseln.
Ah. And now we can see things a little bit better. Yeah, they will be zigzagging now, so firing solution will be a little harder. But I'm still confident I can get them. Yeah, he's nearly on course. Time to give you my stuff. First of all, here's the calculator. Oh, my preview window froze, so I can't tell if you can actually see that. And the 25 to 39 meter heights, what's it called? Vertical scale. Hmm. They're in 300 degrees. That's actually pretty good. We have plenty of space to, plenty of time to close in the distance. First contacts we already see at 270, so they are port side abreast, meaning that we're pretty much already inside of the convoy once they get closer to us. Hmm.
Hey, kennt jemand gute Witze? Ich brauche etwas zum Lachen.
Excuse me. Right, both engines dead
Kleine
slow,
Fahrt voraus.
and let them come to us. Evading the submarine back there will drive them straight to us. Bearings drifting left.
Alle marschieren Stopp.
There we go.
Alarm. Korvette
Bleibt
im
ruhig
Weg.
und konzentriert, Männer. Wir schaffen
300
das.
Grad.
Yep, that is a Corvette.
Alarm
No need to
beenden.
freak out though. Not yet. I don't want you guys to be overly stressed for no reason. Besides, I haven't finished my battle preparation coffee yet, so can't go on allowed on the red state. Yeah, I
Zerstörer,
assume
320
I haven't
Grad.
spotted the submarine yet. But I assume they've got him over there. Ooh, town class. I think. Or Clemens something class. Yeah, look at that. Just Corvette, destroyer, destroyer, destroyer. They're searching for him over here. Hmm. Still firing up more illumination. Yeah, I doubt that U-boat will get away. Whenever I have a friendly U-boat in the area, they always sink.
Corvette, 235 Grad.
We need to backpedal a little bit. Now let's see if we can already find a target here.
Zerstörer, 295 Grad.
That's a destroyer? How did you make that out? Now that's a C3. I probably want that.
U-Boot, 300 Grad.
Now they have them. Now is that emergency surfacing, or why did we suddenly figure that out? Oh! Oh, he's on periscope depth. Look at that. And he's on silent running too. I saw there's more than one U-boat here. Stumbled into a wolfpack attack, I guess. Or rather, we were late for the party. Yeah, we can see him fire. It's turning to engage, I think. Oh, and I hear pinging. Huh. Yeah, he's increased speed now. Yeah, they got him. Is he trying to engage the destroyers, maybe? Crazy guy. So why is your water so bright? Got your searchlight all the way turned down? Yeah, he's making the depth charge attack run on this. Yeah, and he knows he's made, so he's increased speed just to evade that. Turn towards the enemy, and now he's getting depth. Yeah. There, they're throwing. You can look at that. Yeah, he's throwing in the wrong depth. And at the wrong place. Yeah. We've got 2 Type 7s on our contact list.
Kurs setzen.
Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloy.
Kurs auf
One
diese
over there.
Koordinaten setzen.
Wird erledigt, Herr Kaloy.
And the other one over here. So the periscope depth. Not where they're looking. 3 boats. And this is not us. This is us. Now we're still backpedaling a little bit. Let those boats come to us. Those ships come to us. That is a juicy target. Yeah. That is a C3 with a mast height of 35.8, so 36 meters. Oh, and I can't edit the preview. Oh. Oh, it's already set to 36 meters. Okay, I don't need to edit the preview. Okay, so what we're doing is we look in the chart. Each line represents a degree of of milliradian. So the first line would be 10 milliradian, second would be 20, 30, 40, and so on. So, and each bracketed column means steps of 50. So you can now see up to, so we've got 50, 100, 150. You can see up to 180 milliradian on that scale. And the right side of the column means on the zoom in. The left side of the column means on the zoom out. So 1.5 magnification, and the other one is 6 times magnification. So this is 6 times magnification. I now spot him at a milliradian scale of 30, I'd say. Here on the left side of the periscope. Just for demonstration, I'm going to pause, freeze the frames. There you go, 10, 20, 30. So we look at 36 column, which is the only one that you can see. In the zoom in, 30 milliradian is 44.0. That scale is in hundreds of meters. So first things first, both engines stop.
Alle Maschinen, stopp!
Battle stations.
Aufgefechtsstation!
Aufgefechtsstationen! Anlauf Beginn!
And then dead slow ahead,
Voraus!
so that we have a little bit of speed, so that we don't drift off our course, because once we stop, then we are victim to the elements, and the currents are just going to turn us around, and we don't want that. So, this one we spotted 30 milliradian, 44.0. Terminal, get on the torpedo data computer. Captain will be doing command, you will be doing torpedo maintenance, you get on the dive planes.
Zerstörer! 330
Funkraum
Grad!
besetzen!
And you guys maintain radio
Raum
and
besetzen.
listening duties. So, we now spotted him at, let's see again, you can see him a little bit better. We know the highest mast on this ship is the stern mast. It's almost 3.5 now, but we'll go with 3 for now. 44.0. So we've set the torpedo range here to 44.0. You can see it on the dial here on the side. 44.0. And that is in hundreds of meters. So it's actually 4.4 kilometers or 4,400 meters. So range set. Easy as can be. He's nearly in our torpedo range as well, in our attack angle. That's not good. Also prime time to get a speed reading. What we do for that is we take our calculator, we put in the length of the ship, which is 143 meters, and we divide that by the time it takes for this vessel to pass through the center line of our destroyer, while we maintain a steady course. That is important. You must not change course while you do this, and it would be preferable if you were stationary, but that is impossible. Because if we're stationary, we get turned around, and then we get a faulty reading. So,
Korvette, 320 Grad.
in German we would say, irgendein Tod muss man sterben, so that basically means one death you have to die, meaning that there's always going to be downsides. You have to pick the lesser of two evils. And just making 2 knots over ground is not a problem in this case. Now I can already tell that this reading is trash. And that's because he himself is turning. She is turning. It's a better way of saying it, because ships are female, of course. And click. That took 32 seconds. Equals 7.1. Ah, I made a mistake. Sorry. 143 divided by 32 seconds. 4.4 times 1.902 to turn it into knots. 8.5 knots. It could be true. Could be true. I'll wait for him on the next zag to get another reading. But for now, that's the only reading we have. Enemy speed 8.5. Torpedo speed 44, and then we have to turn that down again, because when I change the torpedo speed, for some reason it messes with the ship speed. I don't know if that's historically accurate or if that's a bug. Could be that that was an issue with the torpedo data computer itself. Target length is irrelevant, only if you want to shoot salvos. Parallax correction set to forward mode, that is perfect. Attack periscope is the bearing transmitter, yes. We target gyro angle receiver is bow, because we're shooting bow tubes. We're not shooting a salvo, we're shooting no salvo, we're shooting tube 1. Tube 1 has been maintained.
Verstanden, Kommandant. Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung.
That depth charging one of our boats. Some distance away though. Oxygen is gonna be a problem. Completely depleted in 3 hours. We can't get chased for long. There we go. That's perfect. And wait for him to come into our range. Click. Do another speed check. 143.
Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung.
0.67. Let's do it super accurate this time. Divided by. Yeah, you can see that we're already way past the time that we had last time. When you zigzag, when they zigzag, you get crazy readings.
In beträchtlicher Entfernung.
Click.
Torpedorohr 2 gewartet.
50 seconds. So divided by 50. Now we divided meters by seconds, so obviously we get 2.8 meters per second. Times 1.902 is the value, or the what do you call it? The parameter by turning it into knots. 5.5 knots. I doubt that.
Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher
But
Entfernung.
it's the best thing we have right now, so we'll use it.
Verstanden. Betrachten
Maintain
das
tube number 4.
Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung.
Now do another another distance reading now that he's come closer. Oh, that is on the zoom in. I think that is 60. Just pause it so you guys can see. Yeah, that's 60. Look at that. 50 up here, 60 with the tip of the mast. We use mast height to get it. It's 60. So on the zoom in, 36, 60, 2.2 kilometers, 22 hundredths of meters. There we go. That is set. Angle on bow at the moment is green 45. Now angle on bow is a bit confusing. Imagine that you are on the enemy ship and the intersection between red and green is your forward line. So this is where you head with your ship. This is dead ahead. This is where the arrow is pointing now. So this is 90 degrees to starboard. This is 90 degrees to port. This is dead astern. And now, which way would you have to turn your ship in order to hit me? Or to go directly for me? Or in which angle do you see me? And right now,
315 Grad.
it's like you'd have to turn about 60 degrees or 50 degrees to starboard to hit me. So that is his angle on bow. So distance of the enemy, from that the torpedo data computer derives the course, because he knows in which direction I'm looking at him, and the direction of which he's looking at me. With speed and distance, he can get a firing solution. And we're gonna get another speed reading. Click. 143.67 divided by... And this is the reading that I have to run with because I don't have I don't have time to do another one. He's already at 350 degrees, 10 degrees to port. He's right in my firing arc. I have to shoot very soon. It's a good reading, I think. Click. 42 seconds. 3.4 meters per second times 1.902 equals 6.5 knots.
Wasserbomben. Beträchtliche Entfernung.
Maybe. We'll soon find out. 6.5 knots. Distance to target. (50, 60, 70, 80 milliradian. On the zoom in still. 16.5. So like this. So we have a maintained torpedo in all of these, I think. Yes, except for tube number 3. Excellent. Are you on the... You're in the CIC. Good. Blood tubes 1 through 4, except for 3.
Rohr 1 bewässert. Rohr 2 bewässert.
And now I'll wait for him to turn to port again. And then launch the torpedo. Maybe do another distance check. That's 90 milliradian now. 14.7. Oh. These are all magnetic pistols, by the way. And the torpedo should have a depth of 7.5. And a speed of 44. And now that has messed with my... Has it? No, it hasn't. Okay. Yeah, that looks alright. 100 milliradian. 13.2. And the angle on bow is... green 75, let's say. There we go. Oh, actually. Green 90. Speed is set, torpedo depth is set. Yeah, okay. Tube 1, launch.
Los!
Herr Kapitän?
Wasserbomben. Beträchtliche Entfernung. Wasserbomben. Beträchtliche Entfernung.
No, whatever, if it hits or not, that is now a canon event. I will not allow myself to save scum.
40 Sekunden bis Torpedo-Einschlag.
I think that might miss. I think it's going behind its stern, because the speed value was wrong.
30 Sekunden.
It happens. Oh, actually, no. Might hit. But if it hits, it's gonna be in the stern.
20 Sekunden.
Yeah, looking good, okay. Now all the pistol has to do is detonate. And it did.
Wasserbomben.
Heavy damage.
Beträchtliche
Nice.
Entfernung.
And they're on fire? Yeah. That was an engine hit, I think. I don't think they'll recover from that. Anyone else? Oh yeah. We'll wait for him to come.
Alle Maschinen, stopp!
Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung.
I am not even here.
Ja?
Right, you load and maintain tube 1. And while he does that,
Ja? Funkspruch erhalten.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloin?
Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung.
hey, what's up? And while he's doing that, I will get some new coffee.
Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung. Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung.
Yeah, fresh coffee makes everything better. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, mate.
Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung. Wasserbomben in
Man,
beträchtlicher
they are
Entfernung.
dropping a lot of depth charges on those guys.
Die Besatzung evakuiert das Schiff.
We have one Type 7 in our contact list. And a Type 7 Bravo as well. Type 7 Charlie, Type 7 Bravo. There's the 7 Charlie. It's diving deep. And there's the Type 7 Bravo.
Nur 1 geladen.
Okay. Just got a coffee, but... Okay. Okay. I think that's enough from you. Sorry about that, everyone. He's a bit on edge. Oh, thanks for the follow, Koskin. Why did I not get an alert for that? Oh, I have to figure out my alerts again. Damn it. Anyway, it has not gone unnoticed. Thank you for the follow. I was able to catch it. That one is coming into view nicely. as the next designated target that we had. He is ready on the tubes. Okay, so you go to damage control. I need him in damage control because when he is present during the flooding of the tube and the launch of the torpedo will do an extra 6% of damage. So, tube 1 flooded, the other ones are already flooded, and we did that last time he was here. So, Scholz, get on the torpedo data computer.
Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung.
So 6.5, our last estimate, was pretty good. We hit slightly in the stern, so from that I would derive that they are going a little bit slower, so let's try 6. I'll do another speed check on him as well, just to make sure. But I think whatever comes out of that, I think I'll stick with 6. And if I find out that it is actually 6, then I'm gonna be happy with it. Range-wise, I see him at 60 milliradian. So we look in our trusty chart. 36.
Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung.
60 milliradian on the zoom-in is 22. So. There we go. 21.99, 22. Again, that value on the chart is in hundreds of meters, which is a bit of an odd. It's an odd measurement. It's an odd scale, or odd choice of unit, hundreds of meters. But it is what they say. You can even see it on top of the dial here. HM, 100 meter, 100 meters. It's not really what you use regularly.
Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung.
Yeah, Rock6, it's absolutely right. The AI boats, they are not really good. Especially since I'm playing on hardest difficulty and I don't have map contacts. I can't even tell them to do anything because I can't click on them. I can't click on them, I can't right-click on an enemy ship to tell them to attack that specific target. I can't do anything to them. I have to very, very sluggishly click through my contact list, and then I occasionally find one. There it is, there, and there I can tell it to withdraw, or to be defensive, or to be aggressive. That's it. And now I think I could also give them a course. Yeah, see, there they are. I could tell this one to go there, and to just leave the engagement. I can't do anything else with them. That needs to be worked on. And they are not good at evading depth charges. They constantly get killed all the time. Yeah, that's true. To be fair, I have not played a single submarine simulator game that has made wolfpacks good. Like in Silent Hunter 5, I don't know if they even existed. Silent Hunter 4, same thing. Silent Hunter 3, they did not exist. Like no game has figured out a way of making wolfpacks good. And just by that metric alone, they're the best in this game. Right, that's 70 milliradian now. That means 18.9. There we go. We need to make some speed, and then we'll do a speed check on him. Stay the current course.
Natürlich, Herr Kaloy.
Click. So that is, I can never memorize their length. 143.67 divided by.
In beträchtlicher Entfernung.
And they still haven't spotted us. That's absolutely great. Click. That's 45 seconds. Equals 3.1 times 1.902. Damn it. 143.67 divided by 45 seconds times 1.902 equals 6.1 knots. That is confirmation on the 6 knot speed. Lovely. He's getting really close due to his zigzagging. So we might want to... nah, it's alright. He's nearly in front of us anyway. 100 milliradian on the distance. So that is 13.1. Good distance. Tube 1 is set. Tube 1 is set to 44. Tube 1 is set to 44. 7.5. Excellent. All I need to do now is tail it into a magnetic pistol, because we want that. Yeah. That would be awesome. I just don't know how that would work. I would like to play this in co-op, yeah. I would. Right, his angle on bow is getting better. 110 milliradian now. 110 milliradian meaning 12. So 1.2 kilometers. I think I'll just set the angle on bow to 80 and then wait for him to make that a reality. Which is probably... probably now. Yeah, Tube 1, launch.
Los!
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloin? Sekunden bis Torpedo-Einschlag.
That one looks perfect. Nope.
30 Sekunden.
Please, just detonate. Nope, still.
20 Sekunden.
Still too fast. I guess the zigzagging slowed him down further than I thought. Nice hit though. Heavy damage, very good. He's taking on a lot of water. You can already see him listing. Yeah. I think we got him. What about the other one? Did that sink yet?
Funkspruch erhalten.
Yeah, I can't see it anymore, so I guess it sank. Crew stressed. Yeah, I mean, we're on battle stations. That makes sense. Is that it? This is C3. Still going though.
Herr Kaloin, eingehendes
It's another
Funktelegramm.
C3.
Funkspruch erhalten.
I did get a message that they abandoned ship. So I don't think they are going anymore. U-82 sunk. Yeah, they managed to get sunk again. The George Coggeshall sunk. Okay, so that, I guess she went down. And this one is the William E. Dodd.
Funkspruch erhalten.
They will be abandoning soon. Look at that. That is unsalvageable. Unsavable, rather. Could get that one, but that is probably a waste of a torpedo on these small contacts. There's the hunt. as a destroyer, yeah. Do we have any more juicy targets on our side here? Doesn't look like it. Is that an aircraft carrier? Looks like one.
Die Besatzung evakuiert das Schiff.
They're evacuating, yeah. I'm not spotted yet, so... Yeah, 30 degrees to starboard, please.
Kurs 4.
Natürlich, Herr Kaloy.
Now that one is an Empire. That's the one with the mast on the stern deck. There we go, the Empire Tower. Mast height is 27 meters. Now let's see if it'll let me edit. Yes. 27 meters. There you go. And that's 70 milliradian. 27 on 70, 60, 70, 14.1, but we get close to him. Because we're gonna increase speed. We're just gonna assume same speed on him, 6 knots. Use torpedo tube 2. Torpedo tube 2 is set to 7.5 meters, which we need to increase. 8.5. Magnetic pistol is correct. Angle on bow looks to me...
Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung.
It's super easy to see on these kinds of ships because of the masts. When they align, you know you see them in 90 degrees. We don't see them in aligned. As well as the bridge house. I would say that's 80. But we're still turning, I think. Nope, we're on course. Lovely. Okay, 70, 27, 70, 12.4, 14 point, no, 6, yeah, 14.1.
Wasserbomben in
14.1, there we go. And now it's 90. Red 90, green 90, sorry, starboard 90. Speed is set, distance set, angle on bow is set, torpedo depth is set, torpedo speed is set. Tube 2. Launch.
Los!
Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloy?
Let's see, I'm not very certain about this one, because we just took the speed value from another ship. And all of them are very far away from their convoy, so could be that they've separated into single ships and they're all going their own speed. But this looks kinda good. Actually, let me rephrase that. That looks like this one is gonna go by their stern. I think. Oh no, actually it's gonna hit.
20 Sekunden.
But again, very far to the stern. They're going quicker than this. Oh yeah, I did the wrong assessment earlier. I should have increased by half a knot or not subtracted half a knot. That was a bit dumb. Yeah, that was a bit stupid. So, they're not going 6, they're going 6.5, maybe even 7. But a hit is a hit. And that was right below their keel. That'll have broken the ship's back. She'll be going down. There's no way for the crew to save that, I don't think. Both engines dead
Kleine
slow because
Fahrt
we're
voraus.
still not detected. And I wanted to remain that way. And we can turn 30 degrees back to our original attack course.
3,
Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
Now there's a C3 back there, another one back there, another one back there. I think I have to re-engage this convoy. There's another one. Yes, they've got 3 C3s heading the charge. I kind of want them. And at the moment, when there's nothing going on, we can take this time to maintain some torpedo tubes and load some more in.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
You guys get on that.
Verstanden. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloin.
There's a lot going on over there. Yeah, look at that. 1, 2, 3. 4 behind that, that's a destroyer. 5, that's probably also a destroyer. 6, that's a corvette. That's a freighter. Yeah, 6 destroyers just hunting our friend over there. Don't think they'll make it. Maybe they've already sank him and they just don't realize it yet. It's looking good so far though. That's a Liberty ship, also very juicy target.
Natürlich, Herr Kaloy.
So we'll turn 100 degrees over our bow, over our port bow. And I think we can get him on the way back. Maybe increase speed so that we turn a little faster. You guys are nearly done loading already. I love it. Help the CO.
Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
Yeah, and just here, I gave the order to them at the same time, and you can tell, you can just see how much quicker Mai is with it, because he has that loader skill.
Boot 2 geladen.
He's our best man. No, not really. Lamkula is also best man, but he's specialized in a different way. He's more for the engines. Also, where's your third man? I gave 2 of you.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr
2
Kaloy?
men to help you. Oh well. So in that case, we can already set torpedo tube 1 again. There's the second man.
Rohr 1 geladen.
Right, you get back on the dive planes.
Alles klar, ich werde mich darum kümmern.
You get back on radio help. And you get, well, the last one,
Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloy.
I don't know, help the engineer in case something comes up. So the whole crew is on battle stations, and for some reason there's still people chilling in their bunks. That needs to be fixed. Like, they need to do something. I don't know what, but that is just makes no sense. Yeah, that one will go down for sure. whilst we're turning and whilst we are not detected yet, I think this is the perfect time for the CO to grab another coffee. Hehehe, we got them all. They've stopped shooting flares up into the sky. I think they have come to the conclusion that they've sunk the submarine over there. Which means they will be coming for us next. If they can find us. There's our target. 60 degrees to starboard. We have to remember that every angle on bow is now red, so I'm just gonna put that there as a reminder. Because we have turned around and we see them from the other side now. Yeah, quick CO's coffee. I'll be right back. And a little more coffee remains in the pot. That's good news. Let's also close that door. And yeah, good news. I noticed that I can't wear these jeans anymore without a belt. So if you don't know what that is about, check the name of the channel. The point of this channel is me losing weight by playing video games, which this game, obviously it's not gonna work. But usually I play VR games on a VR treadmill, and I burn around 1,400 calories each day I do this. Currently we're playing Fallout 4 in the VR version, and also some Blade and Sorcery and Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, hand grenades. So if you wanna see what that's up, what that's like, then feel free to follow, subscribe, and not lose sight of me while I do this. Everybody who I've talked to about this seems to agree that that's a great idea, and apparently it's a very niche thing to do, like nobody else has done it before. So I guess I'm kind of a trailblazer in that regard. Whether or not that works or not, we'll find out. For now, it's been going great. Right, he's 80 degrees to starboard. It means he has a lot of distance to travel before we can shoot at him. And distance-wise, I see him. It's a Liberty ship. Yes. Mast height is 27 meters. That is a nice coincidence because that's already what we've got the chart set to. So 27. At the moment. Yeah, that's 30 milliradian. He's far away. 3.3. Yeah, we need him to get closer. A lot closer. But we're also intercepting him, so that's going great. It's going great. We'll get him, for sure. Alright, let's speed time up a bit. Compress time. Oh, I hear a ship breaking up. William E. Dodd. Yeah, we got him. That's her. Broken in two. Going down. Nice. We mustn't lose sight of those destroyers because we don't want to get jumped by them. Yeah, bearing's drifting right, so we're actually going in front of his bow. So in that case, both engines stop.
Alle Maschinen stopp.
Let's have a look at our torpedo loadout. I think they might need some more maintaining. Yeah, tube 4 needs maintaining. So drain tube 4.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kanoi?
And maintain that.
Verstanden, Herr Kommandant.
And then we should probably get away soon, because we don't have that much air left. And don't really want to use potassium absorbers, because they're expensive. So now bearings drifting left.
145
Torpedorohr
Grad.
4 gewartet.
Yes, thank you. Get back on damage control. And then we will flood tube 4. Oh, that looks good.
Rohr 4 bewässert.
Give that a quick save. We don't want to lose all this progress because of a crash. Oh, hello. The vultures are circling. I guess I need to get that shot off rather sooner than later. But we haven't been pinged yet, and we're not causing any engine noise, so that's good. For the time being, Blue Light, you get a command station,
Ich benötige
and you
etwas
get
Unterstützung.
men to support you,
Ja,
because
Herr
you
Kaloin,
actually make the
ich
crew
kümmere mich
quieter
darum.
when you're in command station. And Blue Light also causes the crew to make less noise and consume less oxygen, so we don't need that. Still at 80 degrees though. Slowly drifting forwards.
Schraubengeräusch. Handelsschiff. Peilung.
I
35
gotta...
Grad.
Oh god. That thing is so close. Maybe I can shoot it. No, let's not try that. Now, then I shift my attention away from the actual target, and then the actual target slips through my fingers. I have had that happen before. Oh, searchlight is set to us. Maybe they've already spotted us. For certain, we're gonna take down the periscope.
Herr Kaloin?
Kommandant, wir wurden von SD geordnet.
Damn it!
Wie lauten Ihre
Okay.
Befehle, Herr Kaloin?
Get on the engine.
Motoren besetzen.
I think I retracted the scope too late. Both engines flank. Bring us 30 degrees to starboard. We are shooting this one, and then we're going down.
Betrachten Sie es
You
als erledigt, Herr
get back on the
Kaloi.
torpedo data computer.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
Verstanden, Herr Kommandant.
Auf Rotlicht wechseln.
Back to red, because I'd like to see things. I don't have a snorkel. Yeah, the snorkel is a super late development, and I like to install the upgrades as they were historically available and not as if I can get them in game. So, for example, the balcony device I will get very, very late, as well as the snorkel. Actually, I could make it even more realistic and only put it on my boat if I am on a boat that actually had one. But I think that's a bit too extreme. Bring us further to starboard. Torpedo depth needs to be 7 point... 7.5. And we'll use tube 1, yeah. Flood tube 1 and 2.
Tor 1 bewässert.
Herr Kaloin, feindliche Schiffe geben Alarm!
Of course they do.
Keine Panik.
Angle on bow is horrible. And also I didn't get a speed value. This is gonna miss, most likely. What was the mast height? 27 meters. Okay, 27. Zoom in, of course, because that's more accurate.
Kommandant, wir wurden von Estek geortet.
Yep. 100. 27 and 100 is 9.9. 9.9. Angle on bow is red 20, maybe? Horrible angle. Ship speed, we're gonna use the same value as before. They are set to magnetic. Are they set to magnetic? Yes. Torpedo depth 8.5, that is too low. 7.5 is alright. Tube 1 launch. New depth 200.
Tauchen auf 200
40
Meter.
Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag.
Aktuelle Tiefe 5 Meter.
Funkspruch erhalten.
Because that's the last
30 Sekunden.
the last
Ja.
chance we get.
Meter.
20 Sekunden.
Get down, get down, get down, get down. Launch decoy. We hit! That hit?
45 Meter.
I can't believe it. He just reported heavy damage.
Kommandant, wir wurden von Estek geortet.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, our orders are to sink enemy ships, and so we must try.
Aktuelle Tiefe 65 Meter.
And we hit? Man, that's amazing. Okay. Right, Commander, get back to command. You get to command as well.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
You get on the
Alles klar,
map,
ich werde
I
mich
guess.
darum kümmern. Luftziel Zero besetzen. Navigation besetzen.
And you're on battle damage control. Yeah, okay, that's
80 Meter.
perfect. Decoy is out, but that doesn't matter because they have active sonar lock on us. That way at least we can confuse the ones that haven't picked up our sonar contact yet.
Meter.
Oh, blue light, yeah, absolutely.
Auf Blaulicht schalten.
And they've stopped pinging, so that's slow ahead.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
They lost their active sonar lock, so now we must not give them hydrophone lock.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
Herr Kommandant, ich komme nicht herum.
Yep.
Meter.
Now it gets psychological, gentlemen. better not spill my coffee when the depth charges hit. Half a cubic meter of water in the bilge, and the air is down to 32% quality. That is a problem. I don't even have potassium absorbers in those. Yeah, because I switched the boat. We left them in the old boat. Oh, that's not good. That is very, very not good. Some people might even call that bad. Oh no.
Aktuelle Tiefe 150 Meter.
I mean, at least it's still dark, so they can't see us in long range, and if they give up the search, I could probably surface at some point.
60 Meter.
Quickly get to the surface, quickly recharge the air, and then go down again. Give them a bit of more of a goose chase. Yeah, it's not bad. It's a challenge. That's what I call, you know. And only under pressure, coal turns to diamonds, and you know, other things to keep the spirits up.
Schraubengeräusch. Handelsschiff. Peilung 10 Grad.
Being hunted. Yeah, the crew's not happy about that. Who would have thought? Another ship broken up there. Liverpool packet sunk. That's the last ship we hit. Nice. That was a good attack run. All of the ships we hit sunk
75 Meter.
with 1 torpedo each. Now that needs to be reloaded, but we'll do that later because that causes noise. Alright, now that you're down
90 Meter.
here, you can get off the engines. Another ship broken up there. Exactly. Exactly. Don't complain, fight. It's an opportunity for a crew to learn. You know, you have to spin things positively.
Aktuelle Tiefe 200 Meter.
Now, I wonder how deep I can get this boat. First of all, that is a save, I think. No crashes so far. Knock on wood. It could be that they don't have any more depth charges. That they dropped them all on the other sub and now they're just maintaining sonar lock. Because that's all they can do. They are still very confident that they know where I am. They're still shooting illumination into the sky. So if I do decide to surface, that they would spot me immediately. At least one destroyer is still very adamant about getting me.
Zerstörer. 170 Grad.
Maybe they're hunting after my decoy, who knows.
Zerstörer. 205 Grad.
Alright, we're going a course of 230, so we're going southwest, so that's directly the opposite course of the convoy. I'm doing great, thanks. How are you? Yeah, it does. It does help with the potassium absorbers. Well, without the potassium absorbers, I think I don't know if it still is like that. I think they patched that out recently. And also the problem is that the ventilation system causes immense noise. Since early access, I've been playing Uboat. I think I didn't help kickstart it, but once it released in early access, I immediately got it. I remember when it first came out, there was a bug when you loaded torpedoes that they would spawn in the radio room, and they were not only like a physical, like they were not only shown to be there, they were actually there. The 3D model was there, and it was preventing the people from going in between these two compartments because there was a massive object in the way. It was a buggy mess when it came out, but they've really made this work. It's a great game now. And any one of you who doesn't own it yet, when it comes on sale, you should absolutely get that. It's a great game. Especially with the DLC coming. The Type 9 and sooner the Type 21 later. Thanks for the follow, Captain Deadly Sniper. Very much appreciated. Although, just to warn you, this is not the main focus of the channel. I only do this on Sundays. And sometimes late at night when I refuse to go to bed. But scheduled only on Sundays. Oh, and we're once again at the point where I think the music is detrimental to the game experience. I'll turn that off. Because the creaks of the hull are much more intense than the music ever could be. Sunday fundy, absolutely. And also this way we can hear the propellers going further and further into the distance. Oh, another U-boat, 170 degrees. Did they get away? Type 7C. They are there. Okay, so you go on parallel course with me and you escape with me. Yeah. Since version 1.27b, I remember that. What was the update that they did with that? I could look it up, but not important right now, I guess. Ah, we had a watch change. That's why all the sailors got reset. Right, navigation should be very high though. Schwimme, what's the word? 130%. Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember either.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
Looks like we got away.
Zerstörer, 185 Grad.
Propeller noises are very quiet in the distance. Maybe do 30 degrees to port.
Natürlich, Herr Kaloi.
So that we get some propellers out of our dead zone. 3 more, yeah. 6 more. 7 more. But they are... We are getting away from them. Yeah, I'm actually amazed how much the devs listened to the players in this game. Because they wanted it to be more of a management game. Like you wouldn't do manual targeting solutions at all. And the people that played this game, they just kept modding stuff in to make it more like Silent Hunter 3, where you could do manual firing solutions, we could do... did it even have a manual periscope mode when it came out first? I can't remember. But then they essentially just turned the Torpedo Data Computer mod, they just turned that into the game. Before, you would just do it on the map and tell one of your officers to do a firing solution, that would just take a little bit of time. And then you'd use it to fire at the enemy. Now you can do everything yourself. It's amazing. Like I'm doing right now. I'm doing it with distance charts from the game Wolfpack, and with my Navy stopwatch, and it works. It absolutely works. I can do everything by myself. And in the base game, when that first came out, that was not the philosophy that the devs had behind this game, and now they absolutely embraced it. Now it's a management game with the added difficulty of firing solutions and all that. If you want to, you don't have to. You can still tell your officers to just do it. But it's fun to do it yourself. TDC is amazing. Yeah, it absolutely is. It really is. There's still some bugs with it. I have reported this already. For example, if you try to do a stern tube attack, you have to be very wary of that. If you do a stern tube attack and you set your TDC gyro angle receiver to stern and set it all to tube 5 and everything's going great, and then you go into this view and click this button, then it'll turn the gyro receiver off. On the Type 7B, it turned it to bow receiver. On this boat, it just turns it off. Don't know why, but you have to set it to stern receiver again. And you need this menu to switch between the magnetic pistols. There is not any other way to do that yet. And now, off. So that is unfortunate. And then also in this room, when you turn this mode on, manual salvo angle. So, automatic gyro angle. Selected mode is manual salvo angle and automatic gyro. That is a straight up lie. Hang on, what? Manual salvo angle, automatic gyro? Manual gyro angle, manual salvo angle. Okay, that... Okay, something's very wrong, even more wrong here. So now the top setting is manual salvo angle. And it is. And then der Schusswinkel automatisch, Streuwinkel von Hand. Okay, but where is the automatic salvo angle then? Okay, on this boat it's even worse. On the Type 7 Bravo, it used to be that this up setting was automatic salvo angle and automatic gyro, and then on the right setting it said automatic gyro but manual salvo angle. But if you used that setting, it also turned the gyro angle to manual. So that was a bit of a problem. And then the bottom one should be both salvo angle and gyro angle to be manual. But on this boat, for some reason, here it says Streuwinkel von Hand, so manual salvo angle, which it seems to be. I can change the angle, but it's not updating though. Okay, I don't know. And then it says Schusswinkel automatisch. Oh yeah, because yeah, okay. So that's one setting. Manual salvo, automatic gyro. Okay, but I can... Hang on, if I put someone on the TDC, what happens then? Yeah. If you can just let your guys do it. It's no problem. Yeah, see? It resets it. There you go. And now it doesn't. Ha! Interesting. So what do I do if I want to use the okay, let's say I want to use the automatic salvo angle. How would I do that then? Torpedo salvo size, let's do 4. Just for now. Salvo type, all types. Salvo. Is there a lever on here? Angle on bow tracking is enabled. I don't have that yet, I think. Attack periscope? Sure. Target length, let's say 146. Let's say we're fighting a C3. Salvo spread 4.4 degrees. Because it is set here to be 4.4 degrees. And it resets it to 40 degrees. And now it doesn't. What's going on? That's even buggier than on the last boat. Okay, so if I don't touch it... Okay, so I set this to manual. I change it. It stays on 9 degrees. I turn it on again, and it resets to automatic. So if I don't touch it, it uses automatic gyro angle. If I increase the target length, the salvo spread increases. But once I turn it... Aha! Once I twist the thing, it stays. Okay. There's a setting missing here. And that's just the workaround, I guess, for now. They will probably patch that at some point. Interesting. Very interesting. Good to know. Weird. Very weird. Okay, I think we should probably get the boat up to, let's say, 160 meters, because those creaks on the hull, they are getting a little concerning. They have done well for the game. They absolutely have. Like the thing that I was just complaining about, or nitpicking about, it really is nitpicking. The thing that I was nitpicking about wasn't in the game at first, and they had no plan of ever adding that, ever. They were happy with this menu, and then just use a dispersion dial on here. They had absolutely no interest in putting any of those details into the game, and they did because the community asked them to, and that's amazing. I wish more devs would listen to the community the way that Deepwater Studios does.
Tauchen auf 100 Meter.
Let's get up to 100.
155 Meter. Aktuelle Tiefe 135 Meter.
Save this.
115 Meter.
Right, I think we are far enough away that they won't immediately hear when I turn on the ventilation system, so let's try that.
Ventilation einschalten.
There we go. Ventilation is no longer able to effectively improve air quality, but placing potassium absorbers into the ventilation system may help. Yep, doesn't do anything.
Ventilation ausschalten.
Yep, that was patched. I remember that. And what's weird is, I watch another YouTuber, or Twitch streamer, Josh Locum. You should check him out. He's a lovely elder gentleman, and he is very passionate about open world games and all that. He's a good watch. He always does late night streams. So for you Americans out there, he's your guy. Because for you it's a casual evening. For us it's late at night. On his game, for some reason, that still works. And that confused the hell out of me, because I was watching him and he turned on his ventilation and it works, and I was like, excuse me, I just did that on my save. It doesn't work anymore. On his save, still works. I don't know how he does that. Maybe the save is from before the patch and therefore it still works or something. I don't know. But that confused me a little bit. But now we know ventilation doesn't work. I can memorize that now. Turn on the bilge pump though.
Pumpe einschalten.
Get the water out of the boat. And then slowly but steadily bring us to the periscope depth.
50 Meter. Aktuelle Tiefe.
Compartment's dry. Turn
90
turn off the
Meter
pump.
ausschalten. 55 Meter. Tauchen auf 15 Meter.
Yep.
Aktuelle Tiefe.
And periscope depth.
25 Meter.
You get on the periscope. Krümel can get on command.
Zerstörer! 225 Grad!
Okay, let's see this. They should not be ahead of us, that is for certain. That is a destroyer, and that one is still looking for us. I can see the gleam of the searchlight. Just looking in the completely wrong direction. And they're all behind us. Okay, so bring us back 30 degrees to starboard.
Kurs 2, 3.
It's also dawning, that's a problem. And slowly increase engine RPMs. He might actually be detached from the convoy. Oh, changed his course. Yeah, he's heading back to the convoy now. I think he gave up on the search. She. Yeah, they're all going the other way. All of their superstructures are nearly hidden behind the horizon. 215 degrees. What are you worried about here? That's him, probably. Also behind the horizon. I think it's safe to surface at this point. But before we do that, let's reload the torpedoes. Low air quality, yeah. Well, that was... Whew! Good timing. If they had maintained the search a little longer, we wouldn't be able to make this. Yeah, reload the torpedo. Come on. You got this.
Rohr 1 geladen.
Right, cancel battle stations. Everybody get back to your regular daytime duties and get some sleep if you're off duty, because that was a long engagement. You're on the engine, okay. That's actually good that it's achieved, because that way we won't get any... engine smoke when we come up, because he's specialized on the engine. And in that case, normal lighting, and raise the boat.
Aktuelle Tiefe 5 Meter.
U-373 has made it back from the brink. Both engines full speed ahead. Turn on the ventilation. And turn on the electric compressor.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind aufgetaucht.
Yeah. Like diesel engines are engaged, and look at the smoke. There's almost no smoke coming out of that. Even though we just gave her a cold start and immediately demanded full speed of her. She's not blowing out smoke, because Limekühler is an expert on the engine, our chief. He's got, where is it, engine specialist. This engineer is highly skilled in handling the diesel engines on U-boats. And this officer is at the station. The amount of exhaust smoke from the engineers is significantly reduced. Once the engines heat up, the smoke becomes virtually invisible, decreasing the enemy's chance of spotting our boat. Well done, Uboat. We've got 13 messages to relay. That is all of our sinkings, and that we spotted U-82 being sunk. I think our hydrophone man made that out by noticing that their propeller noise was suddenly just gone. So yeah. But I don't really want to report this close to the convoy, because they might intercept our radio message, or at least the fact that we sent one. Let's close that bulkhead and that one. Give our crew a bit of noise protection from the engine. Ventilation helps when we're on the surface, look at that. 400 plus 421, that is 4 times as good as the main entrance hatch. So with this, our air will be replenished in 3 minutes. That's excellent. Compressed air will take longer than that, but the battery is still being drained because we're using a lot of electrical devices at the moment. A good thing is we still know their mean course, which is something like 071. So we can probably turn hard to port and then go on parallel course and just engage them again. And after that we'll go home, I think. Actually, that one is a bit worrying to me, so we'll go We'll just keep an eye on him and her. Before we decide to go in parallel. Actually, where's she going? She been detached to Gibraltar or something, maybe? Or still looking. There you go. No, that thing's still looking, look. Still periodically changing course. Huh. They are determined to get us. Right, air is full. Yeah, batteries are recharging. They are full in 2 hours. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, we were under the surface for a long time. Yeah. Works for you too. That's crazy. So I guess that has to be something maybe to do with recently. It had to have been patched recently. Because my save file is not that old. I think I started it after they did that. Have I got you in the mood, have I? Or you mean just restarted like a week ago or something like that? Okay, they are really disappearing over the horizon now. So, new course 71? Yeah, 071. Oh, that was spot on. Look at that. 71. Brilliant. Battery power is still recharging. And now we can send the messages before they get worthless. We started today. Nice. Okay. Very nice. Which boat have you chosen?
Schornsteinrauch. Peilung 315 Grad. Alarm! Feindliche Kriegsschiffe in Sicht. Peilung 315 Grad.
Wozu ein U-Boot in der Lage ist.
315. Warship spotted. Yeah, okay. So I guess 71 is not correct anymore. They have zagged. So we'll get away from them for a little while. 45 degrees to 30 degrees to starboard should be enough. U-96. Okay, starting with a Type 7. Nice. I do like the challenge of starting with the Type with the Type 2, but it is not a very good submarine class. 5 torpedoes, no watertight compartments. That is just it's a slog to get through. And I also don't like that when you start on a Type 2A, you have to get the Type 2 Delta to get through the to get to the Type 7. Like, there's no way to skip the Type 2 Delta. Don't really like that. I'm curious to see how they will implement that with the Type 9. Whether we have to go through all the Type 7s to get the Type 9 first. You seem to have more luck with the U-96. Oh, well, maybe the Laughing Swordfish is a lucky boat. Okay, are we on parallel course now, maybe? Just one ahead. Save that. That looks pretty parallel.
285 Grad.
That's a C3. Another C3 and a third. No, they're all Liberty ships, aren't they? That's a Liberty. That's a Liberty. That's also Liberty. They are good tonnage. Not as good as this C3, but up there. We'll definitely engage them again.
275 Grad. Schornsteinrauch. Peilung 335 Grad.
And they've got an escort up ahead. Oh, hello. Actually thinking about this, they do have a aircraft carrier in the convoy. So maintaining the radar detection thing might be a good idea. Oh, actually, look at that. What's that convoy doing? Why are they going this course now? Where do they want to go? Well, it's just to avoid us, probably, and they'll zag at some point. Cheeky little Britishans. Yeah, that's a warship. Okay, damn it. Maybe I can avoid that by going to port. Something like this. Let's try that. Obviously, we're going to close in on the war, on the trade ships, the merchants. Oh, they're so close already. They are really far away from the convoy. Huh. Also, I wonder what that one is. And then there's still... Well, these ones seem to be all alone. But obviously if I engage them with a deck on the destroyer and from the distance will close in really fast. Yeah, almost no smoke. Well done, Uboat. So I see them in 280. And that's an angle on bow of 45. So, from our perspective, 280. And I see them in 45. Oh, actually, no. How do we do this? The angular tool? Yes. 45, so their course is something like 100. So I'm going on an attack course of 010.
Kurs 1-0.
Zeit für eine Auszeit.
That'll work, and I think we're far enough away from that destroyer that he's not gonna hear me if I go underneath the surface and maintain the current engine setting. So, dive, dive, dive. Let's not get spotted by them. Shooting them with a deck gun, the escorts! That is madman behavior. That's not even Daredevil, that is madman.
Wir sind auf Zero-Tiefe. Boot für Rückblick eingesteuert. Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
I like that though. Just the right amount of crazy.
Herr Kapitän?
Ja.
Oh, we don't have any more decoys. Ooh, only 2 more. Right, and underneath the surface I have no problem with flank speed.
Äußerste Kraft
Because
voraus.
that's an electric engine, there are no moving parts. You can do flank speed with that. Right. You can already start maintaining those torpedoes. Get yourself some people to help.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
What's the map accuracy? Probably very high. 146. Yeah, okay. CO doesn't need any help with that. Engaging the contact with 10 knots. Let's see how the bearings are drifting. Hey, as long as it works. Why wouldn't you do it? Bearings are drifting left, so we are actually going in front of their bow. That means we can reduce our speed.
Fahrt voraus.
Let's see how that affects it.
Kriegsschiff. Peilung 120 Grad.
On the target. Yeah, I recently got an achievement for sinking a ship by ramming it. That was intense. It was on the Type 2 still. Because I didn't have a deck gun and they refused to evacuate the ship. And the IAA gun wasn't doing it, so when they were already very low in the water, I decided to just give them a ram. We're still, bearing still drifting left.
Halbe Fahrt voraus.
Oh!
Schraubengeräusche. Mittlerer Konvoi. Peilung 20 Grad.
Yeah, that is absolute daredevil. That is daredevil. Like, I think there was a Type 9 submarine in World War II in the Pacific that opened up on a freighter in the night with all of their deck guns and AA guns and everything, and the freighter then over radio reported that they were being attacked by an auxiliary cruiser. Because the amount of gunfire that they got, they did not think it could be a submarine. Now the bearings are drifting right. Excellent. So they're going in front of our bow. Oh, are they?
Schraubengeräusch. Kriegsschiff. Peilung 110 Grad.
I would almost call that bearing steady. Sometimes drifting left, sometimes drifting right. That's just from our boat squiggling on the course line. Yeah, so slow down a little more. We want those bearings to be drifting right, so that they go in front of our bow. Yeah, pretty much. I think we can get them all. We have to watch out for weapons, but if they don't have any, we could always surface and give them a quick run with a deck gun. And I need new coffee for that. I'm sorry about that, but I need coffee. That is the last of the coffee, though. Right, I can already prepare. These are Liberty ships. They all have a mast height of 27 meters. That one already set to 727. Good. Get the calculator in. Oh, the calculator's behind chat. That's probably a good idea, actually. Hang on. Calculator, we can move that up here, maybe. And I can take the numbers away. We don't need to. You don't need to see those. Give you a better view of the actual thing that I'm typing in there. Yeah, that's probably good, eh? There you go. And we know that their length is 135.3. So 135.3. There you go. divided by the time it takes to pass the periscope. And that we don't have yet. Yeah, the angle on bow is very, very narrow, and they're already at 300 degrees, so both engines
Alle
stop.
Maschinen, stopp!
Give that a save. I did the move that they did, subbed it on Greyhound, which they don't like. Oh, that is a... As a Navy veteran, that is a movie I cannot watch. And I get that it's dramaturgically well made, but there's so much nonsense, like naval nonsense in that movie. I just can't look past it. Maybe I'll watch it drunk someday. I could do that, actually. Put that on the projector in the living room, get some friends over, Navy friends, and just have a lot of beers and whenever they do something unrealistic in the movie, just have a shot. Like there's a German, I don't know if that's a tradition, but it's a thing some people do every now and then. Is you get the movie Das Boot, the movie The Boat, the 4.6 hour long U-boat epic of 1981, and every time you drink, every time someone says yes sir or ja Herr Kaloin, so when they report to follow an order, or when they give an order like starboard 20 or both engines ahead full or something like that, you take a shot whenever something like that happens. And I can guarantee you within half an hour you are absolutely out of your mind drunk. It's not healthy, but it's fun. Not healthy at all. No, no, no. Hang on. I don't know if you're still here, but Rogue, how do I pronounce this? Roxys? I just recognized that you are the person who commented on my video, asking about the bow compartment being flooded. I hope I could help with that. Yeah, now the bearings are drifting right. Yeah, I noticed that as well. Like, whenever I get a patrol grid, they always seem to change it. Okay, battle stations now.
Alarm! Auf Gefechtsstation!
Seit unserer Ausbildung auf die Station. Anlauf beginnt.
CO on the torpedo data computer is an absolute no-no. We will not do that. We can probably... let's let our new guy lead the attack.
Standseerohr besetzen.
He needs to get some experience on here. Yep. Oh, Commander helps on the command, and Bernhard Scholz, you help him with the torpedo data computer.
Verstanden, Herr Kommandant.
You guys are on radio and hydrophone. You guys are on electric engine. You guys are maintaining torpedoes. And you get on the dive planes, please, because we don't need the engine at the moment. But I don't want to have the conning tower peek through the waves every now and then. That is dangerous. And are there still tubes that are flooded from the last attack? Yes, there are. Flooded. Rain. That one's dry? Yeah. Okay. In that case, get on command for
Ich
now.
könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen. Feindliche Kriegsschiffe in Sicht. Peilung 105 Grad.
Really? See, I would not be able to tell you that that is a warship. I know from the past that we have already determined that's a warship, but just from that, I don't know how the crew knows. That is just smoke. Could be from anyone. Oh, if the hydrophone man had reported that. Wait, did he? Trömel, warships. Nope, Trömel is the one on the periscope. Ah, they're nearly in front of us, though.
Torpedorohr 1 gewartet.
And that one is rather far away. 27 on 30 milliradian is 3.3 kilometers. Yeah. Maintain tube 2.
Verstanden. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloy.
Yeah, that one is the one that's furthest away, but also... Like this one. At 50 milliradian, and with that angle on bow... Actually, let's do another course check. That is an angle on bow of 45, pretty much. And I see him at 315. 315, angle on bow 45, take the angular tool. 45. That's their course. Attack angle is correct.
Wird erledigt,
Don't need
Herr
to
Kaloy.
change that. How do we do this? I could charge ahead for a little while and torpedo him first. And then maybe get him with a stern tube. Or I could torpedo these two first and then charge the attack after that. I think they have guns though. Or I could try a long-range shot on him.
Verstanden,
That
Herr
could
Kommandant.
work. Are we stationary? Yes.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Let's not do that. No one on the engine or no officer on the engine. It takes a long while for them to follow that order. Right. Length is 135.3. I've already put that in the TD in the calculator. Let's wait until he's maintaining course again. Also, there's some bug. There. You see that? He's constantly walking in place. That is driving me mental when I'm on this periscope mode. Because you can hear him.
Torpedorohr 4 gewartet.
Maintain tube number
Verstanden,
3.
Kommandant.
Right. Main course is steady. He's centered the rudder. So let's take a speed value. Click. They're not going very fast. They're not going very fast at all. And click. 45 seconds. 3 meters per second times 1.902.
Torpedorohr 3 gewartet.
5.7, so they're going approximately 6 knots. He's maintained the tube. Okay, maintain tube 5 as well.
Ich werde mich darum kümmern.
And at the meantime, Trömel, you can get back on the... Scholz, you can get back on the data computer. And you
Ich
guys
könnte
can
etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
help
Ja, Herr Kaloy.
hydrophone and
Ich
radio
kümmere
again.
mich darum.
Right. 27 meters of mast height. Oh, he's still so far away. Nearly 40 milliradian. So in between 30 and 40. 33 and 24.8. $28.9 then. That is 40 milliradian now. 24.8. I can probably hit that.
Schraubengeräusch. Handelsschiff. Peilung 235 Grad.
24.8. Torpedo speed is... Are you on... Oh, you're still maintaining. Okay. Torpedo speed 44. Enemy speed 6. No salvo. Tube 1. Salvo mode off. Power gyro receiver. Yep. Angle on bow is 45. Let's do 50. 60. Flood the tubes, even though Richard is not in the CIC. Can't wait for him now.
Rohr 1 bewässert.
Oh, torpedo
Rohr
depth
2 bewässert.
7.5.
Rohr 3 bewässert.
Yes.
Rohr 4
Magnetic.
bewässert.
He's behind that one. Ah, launch.
Los!
Let's hope it has to evade. It goes in front of the bow of the other one. If it hits him, don't care either way. I think it's gonna hit him. Yeah. Good enough. Okay, we're made.
Schwere Schäden.
Schneller, schneller! E-Motoren besetzen! Schneller, schneller!
45 degrees to starboard.
Kurs 6.
Jawohl.
Evade
Kaloi.
that shipwreck. Oh, and in the meantime, you can reload tube 1. And we can drain... No, we're not gonna drain them. Never mind. That 6% damage boost is not that important.
Funkspruch erhalten.
Yeah, they have guns. That one has lost all speed. The engine's gone. We can safely evade that. Now they'll start zigzagging.
Funkspruch erhalten.
And they're calling for help, which means that that destroyer will soon come our way. Oh boy. Right, both engines dead slow. No wait, turn back first. 30 degrees to port.
Kurs 3.
Natürlich, Herr Kaloi.
It shouldn't take long now.
Schraubengeräusche. Kriegsschiffe, mittlere Gruppe. Peilung
Herr Kaloi,
50 Grad.
eingehendes Funktelegramm. Funkspruch erhalten.
Hmm. Lots of radio traffic now. Makes sense. That also annoys me a little bit, that they go to course so slowly. Like they come up with the rudder casually. You wouldn't do that.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
If I order a new course, that is the helmsman's job to get me on that course as quickly as possible. So that's hard rudder, unless I order him a different angle of the rudder before that, and then bring me on course. What do we have? Oh, this is an American ship. It's also an American ship. We're not at war with America yet. It's also an American ship. Maybe I just committed a war crime. But I think it's an escorted... I think that's part of the old convoy, and that was an armed convoy heading for Britain. Therefore, that is fair game. I'm just gonna work under that assumption. $60 milliradian on the 27, 16.5. There we go, speed is the same. Torpedo tube 2. Angle on bow is a red 70. Red 60, a green 60. Let's do green 60. You get back to the CIC. Tube 2 is selected. Tube 2 is going 44 and 7.5 meters deep. Lovely. Tube 2 is a magnetic. Tube 1 is also a magnetic. I think that is as good as it's gonna get. Tube 2 launch.
Los!
Switch to tube 3. That thing is very close. On the zoom out, it is at 60 milliradian, so that's 410 meters. Both engines stop.
Alle
Both
Maschinen
engines
stopp.
dead slow astern. Let's watch our torpedo,
Wie lauten
because
Ihre
we can't do
Befehle, Herr
anything with the
Kaloid?
other boat yet anyway. That looks like it's gonna go in front of their bow.
40 Sekunden bis Torpedo.
Or maybe... No, it's a hit. It's a hit. Now all it needs to do is the pistol needs to
30 Sekunden.
activate.
Die Besatzung evakuiert das Schiff.
Good. That one's pretty much sunk then.
20 Sekunden.
It's not gonna be 20 seconds, is it? They always get that wrong with the 44. Yeah, with the 44 torpedo speed, they always
Schwere
calculate
Schäden.
the distance wrong. Heavy damage, nice. Tube number 3 is, well, 50 on the zoom out, so that's 500 meters. It's good. Both engines
Alle
stop.
Maschinen stopp.
Nearly in our attack angle as well. Tube 3 is set to magnetic, lovely. Oh, wait, tube 3 is the wrong tube. 4. Also magnetic though. And torpedo speed is 44. Set it to 44. Set it to 44 on the torpedo data computer. It did. That one sunk. 6 knots. And we'll wait for him to nicely sail into our attack line.
Handelsschiff. Peilung 220 Grad.
There we go. That's an angle on bow of green 80. I don't know why I keep saying red today. What's going on? Green 80. Set. Speed set. Distance set. I mean, at that range, it's very hard to miss anyway, but still make sure everything's in order. Tube 3. Tube 4.
Los!
Launch.
40 Sekunden bis Torpedo-Einschlag. 30 Sekunden. 20
That's
Sekunden.
definitely a hit. The only thing now that could happen is that the pistol
Die
doesn't
Besatzung
detonate.
evakuiert das Schiff.
SSAB Hammond is sunk.
10 Sekunden bis
Hit.
schwere Schäden.
Right, so the one on the port bow is sunk. There's still there's pontoons drifting there. Maybe I can get some cargo from that. Although I really shouldn't surface at the moment, because there will be a destroyer coming for us any second now. That one over there will have turned around. They will have seen the smoke from the explosion rising up. And that one, the corvette, is already on the way. Yeah, we shouldn't surface. Well, at least the survivors will be picked up then. So that's nice. I have to wait for them to sink, because I do want to observe the sinking. Also, I could probably hit them with another one. Yeah, let's do it. Tube 1. Just to make sure. Same value. Angle on bow, red 90 now. Green! Jesus. Green 90, distance is probably the same. Tube 1 is not flooded. Flood tube 1. Let's hit that a bit further in the... Let's go there. Tube 1 launch.
Los!
30 Sekunden.
We're going home after this anyway. Are we? I'm gonna have to have a think about that.
20 Sekunden.
Yeah, that one's gonna hit. In the bow again. Yeah, they've probably lost speed.
10 Sekunden bis Einschlag.
Serious damage. Both engines dead slow ahead.
Kleine Fahrt, voraus.
Save that. Where's the other one? Already gone down? That was quick. Or is the other one obstructing it? Guess it is.
Die Besatzung evakuiert das Schiff.
Yeah, okay. Hammond sunk, Hammond severely damaged. Cassett sunk, Cassett severely damaged. Frank Lever severely damaged. Frank Lever severely damaged again. It is sunk. Crazy. I didn't observe the sinking. Where are the boats? There they are. Yep, she's gone down. Okay. And then this one is also abandoned. Soon they will leave. They will sink too. 2 torpedoes underneath the keel is... That's gonna be very fast sinking. Both engines ahead half speed. Pick up some speed before we go down. Change our course to... We're going... 260.
Kurs 2.
Slightly west-southwest. Getting away from the headline of that convoy and of the previous headline of these destroyers, whatever assignment they were on. Some distance between us. And she broke in half. That was too much stress on the hull. Did she break in half? Yes. Right in front of the wheelhouse. Yeah, her rear peeking out of the water was just too much stress on the hull. She couldn't take it anymore. Okay. That's a lot of tonnage. Liberties are good. Liberties are good, good tonnage. So that puts us on... Okay, just 36,000 tons left. Not a lot. And we're out at sea for 17 days only. I think the crew can take a little more. Let's make our way to the milk cow. Let's maintain a visual on these destroyers as long as we can, because maybe we don't even need to go down.
Schraubengeräusch. Kriegsschiff. Peilung 230 Grad. Schraubengeräusch. Kriegsschiff. Peilung 245 Grad.
Although I should slow down now.
Kleine Fahrt
They're
voraus.
close. Daytime. Could spot our periscope.
Schraubengeräusch. Kriegsschiff.
No, they'll be heading to the position where they assume us to be first. And we're probably not going to be there. And she's starting to circle.
Kriegsschiff. Peilung 245 Grad. Schraubengeräusche. Kriegsschiffe, mittlere Gruppe.
Nope, she immediately leaves. Okay.
235 Grad.
I guess you have determined that these 3 ships sank from natural causes or something like that. Fair enough. It was a horrible accident, that was. Horrible accident, and also didn't stay to pick up survivors. How heartless. Unless, in that case, we will do
Alle
it.
Maschinen, stopp!
Oh no, she's still hunting. Okay. Never mind what I said.
Keine Fahrt voraus.
No, 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 she's not. She's leaving. Okay. Well, in that case... In that case, we'll pick up survivors. That's no problem.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Bestätige.
I love that. I love that when you can throw them off like that. I love it when you fire a torpedo from like 500 meters away or 600 meters away, like a very, very close distance, and the destroyers immediately shoot off outside of the convoy and go look like 2 kilometers away or something, because they cannot imagine that you slip through the defenses undetected and that you're actually that close. I love that. That is a compliment in its own way. They don't expect you to be that good. I love that.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Natürlich, Herr Kaloi.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Natürlich, Herr Kaloi.
Two freighters, an Empire Bell and a Liberty ship. Liberty ships are good. Liberty ships are good tonnage. There's Liberty ships are 7,000 tons, and C3s are 7,800 tons. So, okay, so Liberty ships are 7,200. So there's only really a difference of 400 tons, 600 tons between the two. That's not much. They are very good. They're very good prey. Obviously, the tankers are better. Like even the smallest class, the war class is 7,000 tons. T2 is 21,000 tons. All class 10,000 tons. Dale class 12,000 tons. These are amazing. If you spot an oiler in the middle of a convoy, you should always go for that. But apart from that, freighter-wise, the Liberties are the second best. And then there's a little mistake here. The coasters here, that it says that the NA1 class has 12,000 tons. That is absolutely not true. It has 1,200 tons. That is a mistake in the recognition manual. They are very, very small. They are not preferred prey.
Kurs setzen.
Where are those boats? There they are. Yeah, 2 degrees to starboard.
Kurs 4,
Jawohl,
8.
ich kümmere mich darum.
Another degree.
Kurs 4, 6.
There we go. No, they are long gone. Okay, lovely. Very lovely. Right, both engines stop.
Alle Maschinen, stopp.
And surface the boat.
Anblasen. Aktuelle Tiefe 5 Meter. Auf Dieselmotoren wechseln.
Yeah, NA1 freighters, they are just, if you spot one by itself, then deck gun or boarding, but apart from that, they're not worth a torpedo, I think. Right, we are surfaced. Turn on the electric compressor.
Kompressor einschalten.
And then let's also send the radio report. Yeah, that is super cinematic.
Telegramm gesendet.
And then we've got... Okay, so there's wreckage. One wreckage is close by. They have canned bread and lumber. Okay, I don't really care about that. 2 survivors on that one. No. Boat number 6. You can have some fresh bread. You're welcome. Boat number 1. Nope. You're also not the captain. You can have some fresh bread as well. Also, these Liberty ships, they have a large crew not compartment, large crew complement. Also not the captain. Boat number 2, fresh bread, you're welcome. Boat number 3. Also not the captain. Probably personnel for all the guns. You can also have some fresh bread. You're welcome. I sometimes hit underneath them. When the ship just refuses to sink, you can just hide underneath the hull and then they can't do anything to you. Lifeboat number 4. Also not the captain. You can have some fresh bread too. You're welcome. Lifeboat number 5. There's the captain and the chief engineer. I'll take the 2 of you. And also your lifeboat number 5 can get some fresh bread as well. You are welcome. Both engines slow speed ahead. The other group of boats is over there. And the other boat of groups is over there. Other group of boats is over there. There we go. Both engines dead slow. And there you guys are. Stop. DJ cassette, that's the other one. Canned bread lumber. No, that's the one I just interacted with, isn't it? Frank Lever. Lumber, dried fish. Yeah, that's the one. Lifeboat number 6. Is that the one with the captain? No. I could probably just take them on board, to be honest. The Frank Lever. Lifeboat number 5 is where the captain and the chief engineer are on. Lovely. So you can also have some fresh bread. That is all of our bread. And that is me stopping giving out supplies, because the bread I was only giving them because I knew I'm gonna get some fresh ones anyway. Both engines stop. What else do we have here? The SSAB Hammond. Dried potatoes. Yes, we will definitely scavenge those. And we will put them in the storage. Well, 3 of them. Oh, a whole 3. Nice. Nice. Get back your decoys.
Verstanden, Herr Kommandant.
Yes, CO, says the CO. He's got his decoys back. Good. Next group. I'm gonna go with boat number 5. Lucky guess. And that's all of the captains and chief engineers accounted for. And the rest, well, good luck. Both engines. Slow speed ahead. Port 10. Give that group a wide berth. And then, once we are on course southwesterly, like this, head to the milk cow. And both engines half ahead. Alarm is cancelled. Everybody resume your standard duties. And one off the engine. There we go. Nice. Okay, so I'll remain at sea for another 13 days and then we'll head home. And I can get rid of calculator and the scale. Clear up the screen a little bit. That convoy, I think we have... Oh, hang on. Hang on. I think we've completely eradicated that. Yes, but I think that, but I don't know that. We still have torpedoes, but not that many. Nah, I'm gonna do a resupply. Not gonna engage the rest of that convoy just with one T1 torpedo. Not gonna do that. Didn't see my T5 coming for him. Yeah, I don't have those yet, but they are excellent at hunting destroyers. Like I will continuously have T5s in my stern tubes. When I'm running away from a convoy and there's a single destroyer coming up to me, I'm just gonna hit him with the T5. That's what's gonna happen. Right, we are in the right area for resupply. So, request resupply. And that's the last of my coffee. That CO noises.
Funkspruch erhalten.
U-463. Yes, that's the runway that we've always been resupplying with. The resupply coordinates have been added to the map. She's very far in the south of our grid.
Mastspitze. Eine Gruppe. Peilung 0 Grad.
Yep, that'll be her.
U-Boat. Direkt voraus.
A Corvette. Oh, that is... Out of all the three, Corvette hit is unfortunate. But, I mean, better than nothing. Better than the torpedo going up to your own propeller noises. That's the worst thing that can happen.
Langsame Fahrt voraus.
There she is.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Ruder 10 Grad. Backbord. Ruder 20 Grad. Backbord.
And rudder midships. Also, I don't understand why the game... I like the addition of the position lights, but I have no idea why they turn them on during the daytime or out here.
Alle Maschinen, stopp.
And there we are. Oh, she's got a color scheme on it. Nice. U-463. Let's send over a delegation consisting of our commander, and that's it. And I would like to transfer survivors. There you go, you can bring them home. And I would like to see cargo. And that is fresh bread, most importantly, torpedoes. And we have a crash. That is a first today. Nice. I don't know when I saved the last time. I think it was when I left the sunk ships behind. So we didn't lose much. Not a problem. Absolutely no problem. Well, nice, U-Boat. You held out for 3 hours today without a crash. I am amazed. Not an issue, though. You should be safe down there. Although I think you can even go a little bit deeper than that. I've constantly been hiding at 200 meters, and then if they dropped depth charges, I went down to 220, and I still didn't have any issues. Which at that depth, there should be at least leakages spawning. Oh yeah, okay. There's the Corvette still hunting me.
Kriegsschiff. Peilung 245 Grad. Schraubengeräusche. Kriegsschiffe, mittlere Gruppe. Peilung
But we know that
235
she'll
Grad.
leave rather quickly.
Schraubengeräusch. Kriegsschiff. Peilung 240 Grad.
So we'll just wait here. Yeah, that Corvette,
Schraubengeräusch.
her heart was not really in it.
245 Grad.
Kleine Fahrt zurück.
Now at least we know that the chief engineers and the captains are on lifeboat 5, so it's not gonna take as long. Yeah, she's gone. Okay.
Anblasen.
Low ballast.
Auf Dieselmotoren
Send messages. Cancel alarm.
beenden.
Turn on electric compressor.
Elektrokompressor einschalten.
And then start picking up survivors. So we can check lifeboat number 6. We can invite them on board. And then lifeboat number 5 is the one with the captain on it. And then lifeboat number 5 also gets some supplies. There you go. Same goes for lifeboat number 4. There you go. You're welcome. Same goes for lifeboat number 3. There you go. Did I do lifeboat number 4? I don't think I did. I did. Lifeboat number 2. There you go. Lifeboat number 1. Some bread. There you go. You're welcome. Both engines low speed ahead. Hard to port. I'll do that with manual rudder angle. Come up to 10.
10 Grad. Backbord.
And amidships.
Midschiffs.
And both engines stop.
Alle Maschinen stopp.
Wreckage of the... That's the one we picked up. Wreckage of the Frank Lever. They've got lumber and dried fish. 2 survivors. You can have some bread. Just share it with the other boats, please. Lifeboat number 2. Lifeboat number 5 is the one with the captain on board on these. And also lifeboat number... You give them... We gave them supplies. Oh yeah, that's the other group, sorry. The Casata Liba, there we go. Give them supplies, the rest of the bread. There you go. You're welcome. Make our way to the other ship. That is... Where are their boats? There. Both engines slow speed ahead. Oh, wow. For some reason my boat didn't spring a leak then. Both engines stop. Wreckage to both. Boat number 5 is the one with them. 8 out of 8 survivors. We are full. Both engines half speed ahead. Power 10. Bring our course to 270, something like that. Yes, and get down to the milk cow. And save it this time, so we don't have to pick up the survivors again, because that takes quite a lot of time. Now we can get rid of all that nonsense, because we're never going to be able to reach that convoy again. By the time we're done restocking torpedoes, they will be in England, so... The rest of those got away. Fair enough. And increase speed.
Zeit für eine Auszeit.
Zeit für eine Auszeit.
Oh, ich bin sehr müde. Melde mich zum Dienst.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. I should probably have given them their
Melde mich zum Dienst.
natural, or their roster, the duty roster, the normal one. Whoopsie, now they're a little bit overworked. Okay, I think we're already in the... Yeah, that whole grid counts as the milk cow grid. So let's ask for a resupply. And...
Funkspruch erhalten.
There we go. Coordinates added to the map. She's down there. Okay.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Mastspitze, kleine Gruppe.
At noon. Perfect.
U-Boot, direkt voraus.
I wonder if I can give the milk cow orders to change position as well. I'll check that.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
And hard to starboard. Come up to 10. And midships. And both engines stop.
Alle Maschinen, stopp.
And whilst we're here, let's give that another save. And send over our captain, commanding officer. Transfer survivors and see their cargo. We want the bread. We also want more sausages and more potatoes. Bread, sausages and potatoes. They're cliched German foods. Right, T1, T1. I don't want any more T2s. So I'll wait for you to make more torpedoes available. And I can't get any more decoys from you guys. That's a shame. And we'll wait for 2 days until those torpedoes are transferred. Transferring torpedoes takes a hell of a lot of time. And you have completely messed up my torpedo load order. Nice. Good job, Richard.
Folgen Sie mir.
Herr Kaloin.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloy?
Get that out of the tube.
Tor 2 entladen.
Get that out of the tube.
Herr Kapitän.
You can load the T1 in there. Just load it, no need to maintain it.
Etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Get on that. Come on.
Rohr 1 entladen.
My load tube 1. Let's see if you can overtake him. The slime cooler has already started. Yep, he did. Mai is so quick on the torpedoes, man. It's crazy.
Rohr 1 geladen.
He's really experienced with them.
Rohr
Okay,
2
so now
geladen.
at least the tubes are filled again. And we've got our 2 T2s in reserve. We need 6 T1s. And they don't have any more for us. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to take the T2s then. And 1 more unit of bread. Oh, potassium absorbers. Yes. Yes, we'll take them. And we'll put them in the ventilation system right away. Let's see their cargo. Deck gun ammo, we should be fine. Yes, we are. There is a T1 and another T1 and then 2 more T2s. Yeah, okay. I guess I'll have to work with what I get here. Unless, of course, they've got new torpedoes now. They do. Okay, then I'll swap these out for T1s. Because I'm a greedy CO. 16 hours. And got another T1 available. We'll take that as well. 7 hours. And that's it. Okay. Return to ship. And then I've got a contact on this one. Can I order it to go there? Nope, I can't. Okay, she's not moving. And another crash. U-Boat, you've been doing so well today. Why do you do this to me now? Why? At least this time we only have to do the resupply. Guess it's no, I'm done trying to figure out why it crashes, because there is no pattern. It just does that at sometimes. I don't know. First I thought it was because I was close to the shoreline. That apparently didn't hold true. Then I thought it had to do with the Type 2. That also didn't hold true. I have no idea why this keeps happening. And apparently only to me. Everybody else seems to say that U-Boat is really, really stable now. But for me, it just keeps crashing. Also not mods. Don't know what it is. Let's try this again. Transfer survivors, see the cargo. Bread, sausage, potatoes, torpedoes. T1, T1. Stern tubes are all filled. Fuel, there we go. Save that. I'm just gonna save up there every day now. And Richard, you can already load one of those.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Yeah, you get on that while we pass the time. Now let me guess, you filled the other tubes with T2s?
Jawohl, Herr Kaloi.
Yes, you did. Naughty, Richard, don't do that.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung. Rohr 2 entladen.
And tube 4 as well. And Limekühler, get on loading tube 2. With help from some men.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
And Richard, put a T1 into tube 4. And whilst you gentlemen are doing that, we can already get more torpedoes. Another T1. Ooh. Just one. Oh, the T2s are free, so I guess we can take them. I love how they're still standing on the outside there. Never actually enter the boat. And we have... yeah, load order is correct. We just have a lot of T2s on the boat now. Another T1. Another T1. Let's wait that out. 16 hours. There we go. See the cargo. Another T1. Give me that. 7 hours. Torpedoes. You have 2 more T1s for me. I am absolutely happy with that. Save that. So now we have 2 T2s in reserve and the rest is T1s. That is actually exactly what I wanted. So return to ship.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
R to starboard. Turn on the searchlight because I don't want to crash into you guys. Yeah, but I think that's safe.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Let's slow ahead and let's get out of here. Thanks for the resupply, guys. Searchlight off and we head back to our patrol grid.
Kurs setzen.
And we're now at 25 days at sea. So 5 more days and then we return home.
Kurs setzen.
Both engines ahead half until we're there. Get into that patrol grid rather sooner than later.
Kurs setzen.
There we go. Nice weather. Right, both engines dead slow ahead and bring us down to 50 meters for our first hydrophone check.
50 Meter. Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
Right, and you give one of your men
Benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
to Rossmann.
Natürlich, Herr Kaloi.
What's his name actually? Eberhard, okay. And let's see if we can hear someone down here.
45 Meter.
Does not look like that, so we'll wait until it's dark.
Meter.
Okay. No contacts, surface the boat.
30 Meter.
Aktuelle Tiefe 5 Meter. Dieselmotor
And
wechseln.
turn on the electric compressor.
Elektrokompressor einschalten.
Herr Kaloi, wir sind aufgetaucht.
And we'll wait until the next morning. 10 AM. Lovely weather on the Atlantic today. Bring us down to 50 meters.
Auf 50 Meter. Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
35 Meter.
Actually, I'm gonna do something. And that is that on our crew roster, the man who has watch at the same time as the commanding officer is Bernhard Scholz. So Jürgen Trömel, when we are submerged, you can get on the map. Okay, I already did that. Let's see if that works. I'm waiting for the watch change at midday. Trömel is on duty, but he refuses to man the map. Why? That priority not high enough for you? Should I put it on 4?
Zeit für eine Auszeit.
I guess still not high enough for you? Or is it because the... It's probably because the map accuracy is at 150%, because the commander has the navigator skill. And Trömel doesn't have that. Yeah, he can't do any better than that anyway, so he just doesn't do it. Fair enough. I mean, 150% accuracy is good enough, let's say. It's acceptable. Okay. Let's wait. But again,
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
we don't seem to get any hydrophone contacts during this shift. Nope. Nothing here. Bad air quality. Good. Bring her up then.
Anblasen. Aktuelle Tiefe 35 Meter.
15 Meter.
And there we are, back on the surface.
Motorenwechsel.
You go back on the watch duty.
Wir sind aufgetaucht.
Turn on the electric compressor.
Elektrokompressor einschalten.
And we once again wait for it to be dark. Midnight is probably good enough. Bring us down to 50.
Tauchen auf 50 Meter.
One of your men goes to him.
Benötige hier etwas Unterstützung. Auf E-Motoren wechseln. 50 Meter.
No luck today. And bring her up.
Anblasen.
40 Meter.
Auf Dieselmotoren wechseln.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind aufgetaucht. Bestätigt.
Elektrokompressor einschalten.
And oxygen is restocked, as well as compressed air. It could go down again, but I think I'm going to wait a day. Let's wait until the morning. There we go, 9 AM, 9:30. Bring us down to 50.
Tauchen auf 50 Meter.
One of your men helps Mr. Menzel.
Unterstützung.
Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
And
45 Meter.
propellers detected. Warships.
Schiffe, kleine Gruppe. Peilung 225 Grad.
On the south end of our...
Schraubengeräusch. Handelsschiff.
Oh.
Peilung 155 Grad.
Medium moving away. Bearing 155. Moving away. Bearing 155, meaning it's got an easterly course.
50 Meter.
Probably heading that way. Both engines half speed
Halbe
ahead.
Fahrt voraus.
Change course, gentlemen. There we go. Ship propeller, 23 degrees, 16 to 26 miles. 16 to 26 miles and 23 degrees. So there. 16 to 26 means a margin of 10 miles. So she's somewhere in between those two but dots at 9:37. So we wait for an hour until 10:37.
55 Meter.
Was 37, yeah? Yes. And we now spot her in 16, 26 to 46, 43 miles. 16
Aktuelle Tiefe 45
to 43 miles. That is not relative? That is relative. 16 to 43 miles. There. 16 miles. No, that's not correct.
50 Meter.
26.
Befehle, Herr Kaloi.
26 to 43 miles. So that one is somewhere in between those two dots at 10:37, meaning in the last hour he traveled something like this. 21 knots, that is a very fast ship, if that is correct. And a northeastern course. So we'll blow ballast.
45 Meter.
Go full speed, try to overtake him.
Tiefe
Auf
25 Meter.
Dieselmotoren wechseln.
Actually, I'm gonna do a slight intercept already.
Wir sind aufgetaucht.
21 knots though. So he's gonna be there in 1 hour, and we can... I think we can't even keep up with him if she really is that quick. On the surface we're doing 14 knots now. No way she's really that quick. Must have been a faulty reading. If they were here first and then here now, then they were doing 10 knots. So there's a lot of margin for error in this. But I'm gonna observe that for 2 hours and then I'm gonna dive again. Or something like this.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten
And
setzen.
at 12:37 we'll dive again. 12:30. Do we see any smoke on the horizon maybe? Nope. Okay, bring us down.
Tauchen auf 50 Meter. Aktuelle Tiefe 5 Meter. E-Motoren wechseln.
Right, you man the hydrophone.
Meter. Ja.
And Gotham
Kleine
is
Fahrt
dead
voraus.
slow ahead. So we max out our hydrophone range.
Schraubengeräusch. Handelsschiff. Peilung.
There we go.
355 Grad.
35, so
45 Meter.
dead ahead now. 356 and 16 to 26 miles. 356. 356 up to 26 miles, somewhere there, with a margin of error of
Aktuelle
10
Tiefe
miles.
50 Meter.
So, meaning somewhere in between there at 12:34, that is almost 37. So we know overall it's been going a course like this from 9. So that's been 3 hours? Yes.
Kurs
Whoop.
setzen.
So 34 miles of distance traveled in 3 hours means a course of 11 knots. That's more like it.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
And also that means a course of way more northern than we expected initially. And that one actually aligns more with going to England. I'm gonna go a parallel course to that because that I think that is the actual course that she's going. Going 11 knots. So I assume her to be there in 1 hour and then there in 2 hours. So that'll be 13:37 and 14:37.
Kurs setzen.
So blow ballast
Anblasen.
with interceptor on the surface.
Aktuelle Tiefe 45 Meter. Auf Dieselmotoren wechseln.
Electric compressor on.
Kompressor abschalten.
And at 14:37 we'll dive again. Right, any smoke? There she is. No need to dive again. We've got her. There she is. Excellent. Yeah, just intercept now. Save that. Also, you can get back on watch duty. Because it is lovely weather today. October 13th, what's the temperature? Oh, we don't get any temperature, we just get wind. Navigation correct? Oh, I didn't even know that that was displayed up there. Nice.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
An enemy sub? There's enemy sub in this game? I didn't know that. Submarine. Type B1, that's on a Japanese boat. Type 7B, Type 7C, fishing boat. I don't think that's an enemy sub, mate. I think that's a friend. Friendo.
Kurs setzen.
Ah, okay, okay. Never mind then.
Schornsteinrauch. Peilung 0 Grad.
Yeah, in that case,
Funktelegramm gesendet.
be on the lookout, I guess. I think, hang on, U-Boat 373, the one that I'm commanding right now. I think she was sunk by an enemy submarine or something like that. I looked that up the last time. Sunk in Operation Overlord. Yeah, that... Okay, so sunk by an enemy air force, I guess. '8th of June, 1944. Yeah, 2 days after D-Day she was sunk. Okay, never mind then. Thinking... Oh, nice. The Liberator kept shooting them as they were evacuating the boat. Yeah. Totally a war crime if you lose the war. Yeah, okay, so I wasn't sunk by... My boat wasn't sunk by another U-boat. By another submarine.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Alarm! Tanker!
Als eingespielte Mannschaft werden wir dem Feind zeigen, wozu ein U-Boot in der Lage ist.
Right, let's see what we have. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Thank you for that.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Right, what do we have? Can't make out what that is just yet, though, but I hope it's a tanker.
Kurs setzen.
Hard to make out. Do we see the flag? British. Lovely. Now, if we suddenly get fired on, then we should probably dive. How long have we been at sea? 29 days and 20 hours. Okay, after this engagement we'll return home.
Herr Kaloin, wir wurden entdeckt.
Oh no!
Bleibt wachsam, aber keine Panik. Wir machen das schon.
I don't see any weapons on her though. Not yet at least. Oh, that was a crazy camera. Yeah, she's zigzagging, but not shooting us. It is a tanker, I think. That is a tanker. It has a king post facing forwards. I think that's an all class. 2 king posts facing forwards. Or a Dale class. Center mast. Yes, that is a Dale class. 12,000 tons. Hell yeah. Right, Bernhard, get your helmet.
Herr Kaloin. Alles klar, ich werde mich darum kümmern.
And your crew. Battle stations. Battle stations.
Auf Gefechtsstation.
Los geht's, Männer. Lasst uns einige Schiffe versenken. Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
And get on the gun.
Deckgeschütz besetzen.
Oh, that's slow ahead.
Kurs setzen.
And also, Trömel, you main the AA guns, in case someone tries something funny. And we get on hydrophone,
Besetzen.
meaning on the surface, that means the radio warning system. Radar warning system.
Schneller.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
Now, just watch out, that gun is loud. I'm warning you now, that gun is loud. That is a nice end to this game. Fire on board. Okay, they're done. That's a tanker. Get away from it.
Auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Get away from it. It's gonna blow. We don't want to be close to it when it does. I think an addition that this game should still get is that you can update the AA guns. Not just with the conning tower, but also like put a twin 20mm on that instead of the single one, because they absolutely did that. Oh, they put out the fire.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten
Lucky you.
setzen. Schneller, schneller.
Well, I guess. Oh, no. That gun. Give her some flooding in the front as well. Get the engine, maybe? Another fire on board. I think we're firing away from it now. Yeah, that's half our ammunition fired into that, so we should wait a bit.
Kurs setzen.
That seems pretty lost to me.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
If they manage to put out that fire, then I'm genuinely impressed by them. Yep. Hmm. That'll do it. Cancel alarm.
Alarm beenden.
Resume your duties. We're done here. That thing will not be saved. Oh, and Scholz, you can get your breathing apparatus back. What did I spot there? Oh, that was just debris. Okay. Resume course home. 3 hours. Yeah, we can also just head home now.
Kleine
Want to
Fahrt
observe the
voraus.
sinking though. Important. Is she still going? Now they've evacuated. I will be sinking soon, now that there's no battle damage control being done anymore. Severely damaged, sent the report. And sunk.
Funktelegramm gesendet.
That's that done. Oh, we can probably
Kurs setzen.
save some survivors of that. Yeah, let's do that. We're heading home anyway, so why not?
Kurs setzen.
And it's still not time for the Laconia order, I think. The Laconia incident was at the 12th of September 1942, so a whole year until we're no longer allowed to help survivors.
Kurs setzen. Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Right, we have one with 4 survivors. We'll take all of you. And one with 9 survivors will take the rest of you. And then the rest of you guys will give some bread. And we'll also transmit your location in about 3 hours. Good luck. And I hope you guys make it.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
There is a very, very different understanding in warfare between the Navy and the Air Force, for example. Manfred von Richthofen, the Red Baron, he wrote a book, and in that he says that you should always go for the pilot instead of the plane when fighting other fighter planes. And in the Navy, on the U-boat force, it was always the main thing is we're fighting the enemy ship, not the crew. So that fundamental difference in the understanding of warfare. Both engines half speed ahead. There's no point in wasting a lot of time traveling back and from to and from base. Just need 24,000 tons. That freighter really gave us a lot there. 24,000 tons. We should get that on the next patrol easily. Especially since we return with a full complement of torpedoes. The crew does have a little bit of fatigue though. But I don't think I should be giving them any shore leave yet, because it's just -1. Oh! Oh no. Beautiful sunset, by the way. Richard May reports a problem in the galley. Upon opening the stores, he found a layer of mold growing across the fresh bread. It appears the batch has been affected by the damp conditions. While the affected portions can likely be cut away, leaving the remainder edible, the development will undoubtedly be a serious blow to morale. The men will be unhappy if we order them to consume this food. No, we'll throw the entire stuff away. Because with bread, I don't think you can do that. So the damn. So the bread that we got from the Type 14 U-boat was not in the best condition, I guess.
Uns wurde von einem verbündeten Boot ein mögliches Ziel in unserer Nähe gemeldet.
Convoy in square, Bravo Foxtrot 251. Bravo Foxtrot 251. Oh no, 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 no. No, we're not doing that. Okay, we've got a distance of 61 miles to go, and we're going 11 knots. So that means it will take us 5 hours. Okay, so let's slow down a little bit, so that we arrive during daytime. That way the crew can catch the train home. What do we have now? 50 miles by 4 knots. 50 divided by 4, 12 hours. Okay, that's... We can increase speed now. 11 knots. 50 miles by 11 knots. 4 hours. Yeah, that's good. 9 AM, 10 AM.
U-Boat, 15 Grad.
Lovely dawn. Dawn? Yes.
Herr Kapitän?
Well, you were supposed to switch out your equipment. Do you remember that? I gave you an order. That's a court-martial right there. Still doesn't do it. Switch that. There you go. You fucking rebel. Flags raised. We're home.
Herr Kapitän?
Ah, she's got the lights on as well. And there's us in that direction. I wonder if I can actually see them. Yep, there they are. There they are. Hello. Good luck out there. Which boat is it? Unknown. Okay.
Kurs setzen.
Herr Kaloin, wir befinden uns in flachen Gewässern.
8 AM. Is that another save? You never know when this guy decides to crash on us. There are the spearheads.
Auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
One of the things that would be really cool if they added that is that pierhead here obviously is painted red because that's the port side pierhead. That one is the starboard pierhead. If that was painted green on top, because that, and also pierhead lighthouses are usually not that size. They probably only have one model of lighthouse, which is why they all look the same. That one out there is also the same model. But if they had smaller lighthouse models and then painted the tips of them green and red for the appropriate site, that would be cool. Small little details like this make it so much more immersive.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Let's slow ahead.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten
Now we sank a lot of ship. If we don't get a hero's welcome, I'm resigning my commission. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Or maybe 8 AM is too early for you guys to organize an orchestra and all that. Yeah, no heroes welcome.
Kurs setzen. Kurs
Or maybe I
auf
used the
diese
wrong lock. I don't know.
Koordinaten
I think the second one is my box.
Kurs auf diese
Let's give that another save in case I'm wrong, because I did have that happen. Unfortunate bug that you go into one of the boxes and then during time skipping, when you reload your stores, another boat spawns where you are, so you get massive damage when you try to make it out of port. Very, very unfortunate. Starboard 5
5 Grad.
and the midships. That looks good. she is sliding into port. And we have once more waded back. And this time was really successful. We didn't even get depth charged once. It was a good war patrol. Right, let's report back.
Ja.
Der PDU ist von Ihrer letzten Unternehmung sehr beeindruckt. Solide Arbeit, Herr Kommandant.
Thank you. He's working on his German Cross in gold. Because he helped another boat. Oh, that was the one that had damage and needed help. That's where we started the stream. And he saved the life of Andreas Rossmann. And contribution in sinking the Eaglesdale. I think he was on the Torpedo data computer at that point. And there we go. Quite a lot of tonnage on this one. I think we were at about half. Yeah, the SC convoy we attacked and the HX convoy we attacked. And then we sank some more ships. And apparently that wasn't a war crime. Look at the number of ships that we sank on this patrol alone. Look at that. Lovely. And we also got a town class destroyer. Nice. Very nice. I think that must have been last stream then. Level up on Trömel. Nice. Trömel, you can also do management. Get another sailor. That's an essential skill for leader characters. Because when they do damage control or command in the CIC, they improve the overall efficiency of the crew. And with one more sailor, that is 5% more. Now, warehouse.
Sehen Sie sich die Lagerbestände an.
We need 3 more decoys, please. Also need fuel. Torpedo-wise, I think we are pretty much set. We could probably swap out one of those T2s for another T1. Ammunition needs to be replenished. There we go. Anti-air gun is still stocked. Lovely. We've got potassium absorbers. We've got fuel, food. We need more vegetables. We need more bread. Hopefully this time it won't grow mold so quickly. Then let's do that real quick. Let the commander get his decoys. And then also we need to fix the galley because they've done this thing again. 53 out of the galley. 30 vegetables. 30 preserved pork. And 30 bread. 30. There we go. Galley stock. Crew's happy. We've got
Benötigen Sie, Herr Offizier.
survivors on board. We should probably give those
Dies
over.
könnten Ihre neuen Besatzungsmitglieder sein.
There we go.
Einsehen?
And
Benötigen Sie, Herr Offizier. Sehen Sie sich die Lagerbestände an.
more food, more vegetables. Oh, we can't get bread anymore. Ah, okay. More pork. I'm gonna still keep the bread. And we can't get any potatoes. Okay, but I'm gonna keep those in there. I'm not gonna swap them out for anything else because I know that I can get that on my milk cow. And we usually replenish on the milk cow during each deployment. Coffee still stocked. That's the most important thing. Off duty for another 20 hours. And let's see what the... I don't think I can upgrade anything else. Accumulators are already on type upgrade number 1. That's excellent. Don't need torpedo paint. That's silly. We've got approved toilets. The deck is made of steel, which is accurate for this boat. Conning tower we've already upgraded. Emblem. I don't think I've got any other available. I like the Fox, actually. Good one. Like this one is U-96, I can't take that. That one was U-4, we already had that. I wish there were more emblems. I'm not gonna lie. And so yeah, sounds like vegetables as well. Obviously you eat that at the start of the patrol, not later. Yeah. Can't upgrade anything else. Listening room already has... Yeah, the GHG Balkon, Gruppenhorchgerät Balkon, I will not put in my boat. Because it's 1941 and that thing got installed on Type 7s like 1944 or something. It's super late. I'm not going to put that in. It was standard on Type 9s and on Type 21s, I think. But not on Type 7s. The radio room, the Borkum device. Actually, let's check when did we get the Borkum. Borkum? Gerät. Lovely. Gerät is the very important word. Funkmessbarke 10, so FUMB 10. It was put into Metox, yes. Local oscillator, la 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 la. Borkum, 3 meters, yeah. When were they put into service? It was replaced by the Wellenanzeiger in 1943, yes. Some of them remained on service until the end of the war, makes sense. But when were they put into service? That is what I want to know. Okay, maybe the English... Oh, there's no other language for this article. Oh, wow. Okay, so Wikipedia doesn't want to tell me when those were built in. But I think Uboat.net will know this. Thank you. It is the hat that I did wear when I was still serving. My officer's cap. The Allies, the maps... No. Where is it? The U-boats? Home. We will find that. Boom 10. U-boat radar detectors. There we go. Naxos 1A is also FUMP 1. Aphrodite. Why won't you tell me when they were put into the boats? That cannot be lost knowledge. I refuse to believe that.
Wenn sich die Sonne neiget, der feuchte Nebel steiget. Mein Tagwerk ist getan, mein Tagwerk ist getan.
Very interesting. I can't seem to find any mention of when the Metox device... Well, the Metox device was FUMB radio detection device number 1. And the Borkum device is radio detection device number 10. So there were 9 different models in between them. Most of them probably didn't make the cut, and they weren't actually put onto boats. But FUMB 10 was. And I can't find when. I can only find that in 1943 they replaced it with something else. But I can't find when they actually started putting the Borkum device on the boats. So I'm just gonna have to assume that whatever the dev team of U-Boat did, that wherever they got their information from, that is accurate, and that we get those devices in next year in October? September? Hang on, which one is the 10th month? October, yeah. We get them in October 42. Late October 42. Mid-October 42. And the snorkel, also, 42 is a bit early for that. Conning towers, they are all... Apart from this one, Conning Tower T2, that is an actual conning tower design. All the others are a bit of fiction. Like the one that I have right now is not fiction, but it was only built onto all the boats designed to be sold to Italy, and then those boats were never sold to Italy because Italy switched sides in the middle of the war, and so the boats with these conning towers remained in German service. That is why they have an Italian machine gun on the stern, by the way. The Breda 13.2mm. Yeah. Very uncommon conning tower, this one. Same goes for the last one. But yeah, I think with that, I'm gonna end the stream here. Oh no, actually, hang on. Let's get a mission
Ihr
first.
Verbindungsoffizier, die sind. Aktuelle Einsatzbefehle von
Southern
BDU.
routes and Black Pit, passage through the Strait of Gibraltar, which we're not gonna do, and the Bergen Flotilla, we're also not gonna do. That is suicide close to Gibraltar. Southern routes, I mean, do southern routes. But I want to finish the Black Pit. Anticipated number of vessels in the area, very large. Hell yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay, so we have a mission, we have a crew specialization point. So next time we sail out, we have to watch our discipline. The discipline will gradually get worse because the crew is now suffering fatigue. So another month at sea will really get them to lose discipline. And then when the discipline is low, we're gonna cause them to have stress, cause some of them to panic, and then we'll also find out some of our crew might be sea wolves. And we can give them a crew specialization point at that point. We've got 3 points available, so we really need to find out who of these guys make the cut and who of these guys need to be kicked out of my boat. But we are replenished, we have a mission. So next Sunday, or next late light stream, whatever comes first, we have a new patrol setup. And with that, I want to say thank you for watching. I hope you got something. Yeah, I hope you got something out of this. And until next time, maybe tomorrow, who knows? Tomorrow I will be streaming Fallout 4 VR again. I wish you guys a pleasant end of your weekend. And bye-bye.